As I watch my home cascade down the hillside of mud on which I thought it okay to build, I fancy myself intelligent, yet remain audacious enough as to wonder why my life begins to crumble before my eyes again. I have the formula to solve this equation, yet splash water onto the chalkboard time and time again. Rock and chisel would serve me better. Yes, it would take longer to write, but it would serve as a better preservative for my work as well as my life, my paper as well as my foundation. Many uses for the strong and sturdy rock the wise men of old thought clever to use. For testament to its strength yet remains, structures and names from millennia past are living proof of its adamant nature. It assures you that your legacy will live on long after you do, no longer over encumbered by this weight that it has taken on for you. You may lean on it any time you feel too tired to move on, now able to rest your head with the likes of those wise men of old. The foundation of stone on which you now reside can hold your trouble as well of those whom you love. In doing this, everyone will have their weight lifted from them, for theirs too lies with those wise men of old. Fuck. I fucked up reading it, but I'm slapping this up because it's too hard to just keep doing that, and I'm not gonna make a bunch of takes because I don't give a shit. But you can see it's very hard to see, even though I wrote it myself. It is ridiculous, but yeah, this is what it's about. As I watch my home cascade down the hillside of mud on which I thought it okay to build. This is straight up about recovery. Like, you're not gonna succeed if your foundation is shit. Like, you have to have a plan. You have to have a foundation. Like, what is your foundation built on? If it's built on mud, it's going to cascade down the hillside when there's a mudslide. It's as simple as that. This doesn't even have to pertain to recovery. This could literally be anything in your life. This pertains to every facet. You don't have to be an addict to resonate with this. You really don't for this one. This could be anything. And yeah, it really is. I fancy myself intelligent, yet remain audacious enough as to wonder why my life begins to crumble before my eyes again. That's just same thing. Like, I claim to be smart, and I like to think I am, yet I make these same rookie mistakes of life that I've made since I was a kid. Like, and then I myself don't wonder why anymore. I know every bad thing that happens to me now is solely because of this, is solely because of me and the choices I make. Like, there's no wondering anymore. I just wrote that. I know exactly what is the bane of my existence, straight up. It is not a riddle. It is not a riddle that can't be solved. It is very easy to solve. In fact, I've solved it many times. In fact, I say I have the formula to solve this equation, yet splash water onto the chalkboard time and time again. Straight up. I know what I have to do. I know how I have to do it in order to get what I want, yet I still make the same mistakes. And that's the madness. That's why they call it madness, because it truly is. It truly is madness. If you've ever went down this road, if you've ever been an addict, if you've ever been addicted to anything, it is complete madness. There is no other word to describe it. You really can't. Rock and chisel would serve me better. Yes, it would take longer to write, but it would serve as a better preservative for my work as well as my life. If your foundation's built on rock, it's going to be very hard to crumble and cascade down the hillside. Your home is going to probably stay standing if you build it on a strong foundation. That's just physics and really just life in general. That's just what it is. Many uses for the strong and sturdy rock the wise men of old thought clever to use. That's just me talking about how it's funny how unmoving yet malleable rock can be, because it can literally adapt to whatever change. Metaphorically, of course, I'm speaking here, because, of course, rock is not malleable. You know what I mean? But if your foundation is built on rock, you yourself are going to be malleable enough to adapt to any change that you have to adapt to. For testament to its strength yet remains, structures and names from millennia past are living proof of its adamant nature. It assures you that your legacy will live on long after you do, no longer over encumbered by this weight it has taken off for you. Whenever you have a strong foundation, this is about, I'm speaking literal that at this moment, if you have a strong foundation, it's going to hold a lot of weight. It's going to hold whatever you put in there. This could also be said, speaking metaphorically, about your recovery as well as you. If you have a strong foundation, chances are you're going to be able to handle whatever weight is put on you. Granted, yes, whether I'm using or not, I can adapt. I mean, I've had to. When you get thrown in jail, I mean, there's not really much you can do about that except adapt, you know what I mean? But I find it easier to adapt when I'm clean, because it is. I'm just a complete machine when I'm clean, 100%. Like, there's no question. In fact, it's so fucking stupid. If you've known me, and it's no wonder, like, everybody gets mad at me. It's no wonder every woman in my life gets mad at me. It's no wonder my family gets mad at me. It's no wonder, because they see me, the two different me's, using and not, and it's night and day. It's been night and day, and I see it. And that's another thing that frustrates my loved ones. They see it. You know, it's fucking stupid. I have no excuse other than I am a flawed man. There's no excuse. You may lean on it any time you feel too tired to move on. Now able to rest your head with the likes of those wise men of old. The foundation of stone on which you now reside can hold your troubles as well as those of whom you love. It speaks for itself. If you yourself are strong and have a strong foundation, you're going to be able to take on more weight. You're not going to feel over encumbered by the weight of someone else's troubles as well as your own. You're going to be able. This is all is feasible whenever you yourself have a strong foundation. There is nothing that you can't accomplish or just weather. Just weather whatever is coming. You can do that. In doing so, everyone will have their weight lifted from them, for theirs too now lie with the likes of those wise men of old. That also, that just speaks for itself, you know what I mean? Like, I said it already. I've been saying it. If you have a strong foundation, you yourself can take on other people's weight. But when you try to do this with a shit foundation, of course your home is going to come cascading down the hillside. It's as simple as that. As soon as it reaches its max weight, it's going to crumble. That's what happens whenever you don't have a strong foundation. You fucking crumble. There's really not much more I can say about it. And this isn't me preaching. My foundation has been trash. That's why I wrote about it. This isn't me dogging anybody. This is me dogging myself. My words, yes, are powerful, but don't be discouraged from my failure. Just use what I say. Don't mimic me. Unless I'm doing good like I can and plan to. But other than that, I mean, it speaks for itself. But yeah, God bless everybody.